What is going on, everybody? OG here, back with another deck review. Today we got something a little different here. We're going with the Miraidon deck, alright? This is the Miraidon Area Zero Underdepths deck with the Mewtwo as the Terra Pokemon. I like this deck. It's fast. It can take some fast knockouts, donk some people. So without further ado, let's get into this deck profile, review, and everything. So to start everything out with, we have a 3 line of Miraidon, alright? Most of the list you see out there has 2. I go 3, alright? And I'm going to tell you why in just a second here. So Miraidon that has the tandem unit. Go search your deck for 2 electric Pokemon, put them on your bench, and then he has, the Photon Blaster for 220, and then he can attack during the next turn. 220 HP, 1 retreat cost. Cool Pokemon. He's one of my favorite legendaries that's came out lately in the past few years. Miraidon, crazy cool. So we have the 3 Miraidon, and then I go with the heavy hitters here. I got the 2 Raikou V's, alright? So the Raikou V's has the ability Fleet-Footed. Just draw a card, once your turn, draw a card. And then his attack is Lightning Rondo, 20 plus 20 more damage for each bench Pokemon, yours and your opponent's. So with the Area Zero Underdepths, you can be hitting some high numbers with that, especially if your opponents, they play the Underdepth deck and they fill up their bench with a whole bunch. Bam, you're just taking crazy hits with Raikou. So there's 2 there, alright? And the Terra Pokemon, alright? I have 2 Terra Electric Mewtwo EXs, alright? You don't really attack with them in this deck, but 2, alright? I put 2 in there. Usually you see 1. I like putting 2 because I took out the heavy ball, just because, if you have 1 in there and you prize 1, you want to get some damage ramped up. It's kind of hard to do that with your Terra Pokemon in the prizes. So I took out the heavy ball and just put 2 in there. And, if you prize both of them, well, that's just going to be unfortunate. You just got to, do what you can do without taking the L. So the reason why I have 2 Mewtwo's and 3 Miraidons is because 1, I did take out that heavy ball, and Miraidon you want to set up, and 2 Mewtwo, man, if they can take the knockout on your Mewtwo, they will. Alright, there's been plenty of times where I be facing someone and they just boss up Mewtwo, either try to stick them in the active or they will just knock them out, so I can't use the Terra, the Underdepths anymore, and then they'll still be able to use it. So that's why I put 2 of them in there. So if one gets prized, I have another one. If one gets knocked out, I have a backup. Alright? So we keep those Raikous going. Alright? So then another attacker we got in there is the Iron Hands EX. Everyone knows what Iron Hands do. Alright, we have 2 electric, 1 colorless for arm press for 160. But the bread and butter of this card is the 1 electric, 3 colorless, amp you very much for 120. And if this Pokemon takes a knockout, it takes an extra prize. So if you can't be taking knockouts with Raikou or Miraidon, he can come in here and clean it up for you, right? Cool Pokemon. One of my favorite Pokemon in the futuristic forms, it's pretty cool. Alright. Then we have the Zapdos. Pokemon Go Zapdos, right? You can attack with it. 2 electric, 1 colorless for 110, 120 HP. But the real reason he's in there is if he's on the bench or in the active or whatever, all your lightning Pokemon, except this Zapdos, do 10 more damage. So it's a nice little, nice little boost to the damage output that you're trying to do. It's just 10, but believe me, the 10 matters sometimes. All right, it'll help you get through it. And then next, we have some support Pokemon. Of course, we got the Squawkabilly. You put that out there, and you can Squawk and Seize, discard your hand, and draw 6 cards, but you can only do that on your first turn. 160 HP, 1 retreat cost. He does have Motivate for 1 colorless, 20 damage. And you can attach up to 2 basic energy cards from your discard pile to your Pokemon, to your bench Pokemon. Alright? So, he can get some energies back for you. If he's in your active and you Squawk and Seize your first turn, discarding some things, attach energy, and kind of get those energies back on your peoples, right? So he's pretty cool. We have the Miraidon V, of course, with Luminous Sign. Search your deck for a supporter card, reveal it, and put it into your hand. Shuffle your deck afterwards. Kind of a 2 prize liability, right? But I figured, I found out that it's okay, right, to have these 2 prize liabilities on there because of, 1, it feeds Raikou, and if they're not playing another Area Zero Underdepths deck, they're going to be trying to get that Area Zero out of there. So you fill up your bench, and then they switch out the stadium or whatever with a different one, or lost vacuum in a way or anything like that. Bam, you can just get rid of the Squawk and the Minion out there. So, and plus there's another Pokemon that you can put the Forest Steel Stone on. So he's in there. He's pretty cool. Alright. Then we have Mew EX, of course. You got that restart, the genome hacking if you need to do that. 100 HP, free retreat. Nice pivot Pokemon right there. Restart is you can draw till you have 3 cards in your hand. Nice little draw if you're in a pinch, so you don't have a lot of cards. And then genome hacking, of course, 3 colorless energies, and then you just copy your opponent's active Pokemon's attack, either one, or if they have one, just copy the attack. So he's there, mainly for the pivot, maybe the late game final attack. So Mew EX, he's cool. All right. Next we got the Fez and Dippity, of course. 210 HP, has that ability flip the script. When your Pokemon were knocked out during your opponent's last turn, you just flip the script and draw 3 cards. Nice way to get some more cards in your hands. Start doing what you're doing. Then he has Cruel Arrow for 3 colorless. Does 100 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. He's not really an attacker, more of a draw, more of a bench filler for your Raikou. And then next but not least, we have the Greninja, the Radiant Greninja. He's not an attacker, 1 retreat cost, 130 HP. He's mainly in there for that conceal cards, right? Discard an energy card, draw 2 cards. That's another little draw thing we got there, so you get going what you need to do. This deck is hyper fast in the first few turns, right? I do not play a Blood Moon Ursaluna because I guess by nature I am an aggressive player, and I am not thinking of the late game. I am trying to win in the early game. early to mid. Alright, so we got Miraidon Greninja there. Now on to the supporters. Alright, start out with 4 Arvins. I mean, Arvin, my man, he's cool. Search your deck for a item card and a tool card. Put in your hand, shuffle your deck afterwards. You go get Rescue Board, Forest Seal Stone, Generators, Switch cards. You know, that's why you got 4 of them in there. He's like the main supporter there. Make me a sandwich, right? And of course we have the 3 bosses orders. You know how I love my bosses orders. Bring up a Pokemon, take them out. If you're going up against another Area Zero Underdepths deck, bring up their Terra Pokemon and knock it out so they can discard their bench. Well, it hurts you, Raikou, but wow, you just gotta be smart about it, you know what I'm saying? 1 Lonely Iono, alright? Each player shuffles their hand, puts it on the bottom of their deck, and draw as many cards as they have prizes, right? Everyone loves Iono. There's an Iono on every deck somewhere, you know, at least one most of the time. So those are all the supporters that I use. Like I said, it's highly aggressive, trying to get that dub early in the mid game. So that's that. Now we got going to some nest balls. Alright, search your deck for a basic Pokemon, put it onto your bench, shuffle your deck afterwards. You know, a staple, as you can see, is all basic Pokemon. Kinda gotta watch out for that coded attack Dipplin out there. If you know, you know. I'll play 3 Ultra Balls. Discard 2 cards from your hand. Go search your deck for any Pokemon. It's just more ball search. So we got that going. I only have 3 in there because I have 3 Miraidons in there. Those already get the electric Pokemon. These are mainly getting like the Mews, the Squawkabilities, the Fezzandipities of the world, right? So we got those. And the lottery pick of the deck, the electric generators. Alright, look at the top 5 cards of your deck, and you can take up to 2 basic electric energies from there and attach them to your bench Pokemon any way you like. It's a coin flip, really. I've hit generators all the time, you know, with 2 energies. I've muffed them, you know. I got nil, got none, right? So you need some luck with this deck, which is, you know, sometimes I got it, sometimes I don't got it, but I mean, it makes the deck more fun, right? I mean, there's nothing better than seeing 2 electric energies that when you need them for the game, you know what I'm saying? Electric generators. Then we got a couple switch cards. Alright. Switch out your active basic Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon. If you do, heal 30 damage from it. Everybody's trying to bring in the Mewtwo EX to strand them, or bring in the Luminion, or do some shenanigans that trying to combat what I'm trying to do. So switch cards are in there to bring them back, bring out the people that I want to bring out, or maybe heal a little damage so they can't take the next knockout. So switch cards, very cool. Alright, so next, another switching, we have the A-Spec. Got the Prime Catcher. Switch one of your opponent's bench Pokemon to the active spot, and then you do the same. You know, give me that, I'll give you this. Or I have this in the background, I'm going to come attack with this now. But I want to take out that Pokemon. or I want to strand that Pokemon. Alright, so Prime Catcher is the A-Spec. Very cool card. I like the pink color, pops out, so when you're looking for it, you can see it. And then I have one Super Rod. I added the Super Rod in there because, you know, if this deck does get to the late game, you try to do a generator when the game is, you know, mid to late, and a lot of your energies are in your discard pile. Try to get 3 of those energies back, or get a Raikou and those energies back, or, you know, maybe some draw or support Pokemon they need. But mainly is to get those energies back so you can let your generator have a higher chance of hitting them, right? So I put in that Super Rod. Then we got 4 Seal Stone, right? Attach it to a Raikou or your Miraidon V's, any V that has Star Alchemy. Search your deck for any card, put it in your hand. You don't have to reveal it. And then shuffle your deck and everything. So you can just go get that missing piece that you need, right? Go get the Arven to get a generator and, you know, something else like a rescue board or a bravery charm or something like that, right? Or go get a Pokemon, or go get the Iono, or go get that last boss that you need. So 4 Seal Stone is pretty cool. Then we got Bravery Charm here. The basic Pokemon this card is attached to gets 50 more HP. So as you can see, our Raikou, our main attacker that I like to use, only has 200 HP. So we put the Bravery Charm on there, make it 250, make it a little bit more thick, a little bit more harder to knock out. So that's that Bravery Charm in there for it. And the last tool we got in there is a rescue board, alright? The retreat cost of the Pokemon that this is attached to is 1 colorless less. You try to put that on Miraidon, or the Pheasantipity, or maybe the Squawk or the Minion, right? So they have a free retreat. But I have to put it on the Mewtwo one time, and then put an energy and discard the energy, so it's a 1 retreat cost because it has a 2. That's why people try to strand that. So we got a few ways of getting it out of there. But like I said, you're not trying to. This is a fast-paced get your deck. You know, donk them. Try to get them. Kind of like the Raging Bolt. You want to go second. You want to, you know, take out the knockouts that you can early, so you can get ahead. So rescue board is in there. And I play 4 Area Zero Underdepths. Alright, when the stadium comes out, if you have a Terra Pokemon out there, you can have up to 8 Pokemon on your bench. That fills up that Raikou very, very nicely, right? The downside is your opponent could use that too, but it also fuels him up. So if they want to do that, you know, let them do it, right? So right now, I'm trying to get that because Raikou is my Pokemon of choice to attack with. So I'm just trying to go. This is more consistency, you know, 4 of these, 2 of these, right? 3 of those, so I can get everything out. Just try to get that done, right? Try to get that work in, right? So that's why I have the 4 Area Zero Underdepths right there. And plus, in the video game, it's my favorite place to wander around in, you know, cool music, cool Pokemon and everything. So that's right there. And then for energies, I have 16 in total. I had to count them real quick, make sure that I was doing it right. So I have 16 in total, right? all basic electric energies. A lot of energies. And then one double turbo. Use it for, maybe you can use it for the Mew. Use it for the Iron Hands. Maybe you can attach it to your Mewtwo EX to get it out of the active. It's another way to get that thing out of there. So 16 energy in total, 15 basics, one double turbo. A lot of energy. You want to be hitting those electric generators. So the main thing that you want to try to do is you thin out your deck as much as you can, right? You go Miraidon, get Pokemon out, get another Miraidon, get more Pokemon out. Get the Underdepths down, Mewtwo down. Fill up your bench as much as you can. Arvin, go get an electric generator if you don't have one, and then get a tool card. You know, thin out your deck as much as you can, and then you pop down that electric generator and you have more of a chance of hitting those, right? Because you can get up to 2 of them and put them on your bench Pokemon. So this is my Miraidon Area Zero Underdepths deck. Miraidon is kind of a special place in my heart because there was a challenge that was at, it was a small tournament, right? It was only a 3-round tournament, and I won that tournament in 4 turns total, right? The first 2 matches, I went second, and I turned 1 donked him. Bam. This is before this one. This is when Miraidon was, you know, not played as much, but I liked it. So the first 2 rounds, turn 1 donked, and then the last round, I went first. And then I set up. My opponent couldn't get any other basics down that he had in his deck. I think he was doing, I think it was like a Soul Rock Ludotone deck or something like that, and he didn't have a Greninja or anything like that, and he had like a Ludotone out there. He couldn't get a second Pokemon on his bench, and then my second turn knocked him out for the win. So I went through the whole tournament in 4 turns. So I like that. That's why I like Miraidon. It can be super fast. The electric generators, the whole coin flip aspect of that kind of thing. Not a coin flip, but you know, the Rochambeau, you never know what you're gonna get kind of thing. Kind of makes this deck a little exciting, more fun. So that is that. That is the Miraidon EX deck, right? With the Area Zero Underdepths. Let me know what you think. If you change anything, if you wouldn't mind wanting to try it out, there's the deck right there. You can test it out if you'd like. Try something different. Like I said before, in my nature, I am naturally an aggressive player. So this deck is perfect for me, Just get out there and get doing what I need to do. So, leave a like, subscribe down below, leave a comment and everything, and let me know, what do you think about this deck? What would you do? What about the 2 Mewtwo's and the 3 Miraidons? Some people be giving me some flack about that, so let me know what you think. And I'll see you guys later in the next deck review. It's going to be a good one.
This is the moment. Tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over.